Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing Blood Artist in Standard. Sorry, not Standard, in Alchemy. Alchemy is the new set, the new format that we're playing here, and really excited to dive into it. And we get to play Sanguine Brushstroke, which is a 3-mana enchantment, and when it enters the battlefield, you conjure a blood token onto the battlefield, which is insane. So conjure means you add the card to the game. If you conjure it to your hand, it's an actual card. They've conjured to the library. It's actually in the library. It's a new card. So you go up from 60 to 64, whatever it is, with other cards. And so we actually get to conjure out Blood Artists onto the battlefield, which is pretty crazy. And you also get to make a blood token at the same time as well. And so whenever you sacrifice a blood token, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, which is pretty sweet. And we've also already seen how powerful blood tokens are. And so we are playing the blood token deck again with a couple of extra cards that came in. We have Citystalker Connoisseur as well, but also with all of the changes that are made from the set right now as well. I think this will work out quite nicely because there's some other decks that have been that aren't as good right now, and the format's still fresh and everything. And I think this is just a powerful deck where blood tokens, as long as we have Anje out in the battlefield, where is Anje? Or now the Sanguine Brushstroke, we should be able to just sacrifice tokens and deal tons and tons of damage. We already saw with the Dracula Voldaren Bloodcaster that we get to do tons of damage by having all of our blood tokens turn into bats. And this deck is just really good at making sure we keep getting in little bits of damage. I made a couple of different changes here. Took out as many of the statuettes, added in some socialites here, some Florian. I didn't go all in on blood tokens this time, but still had it be a really heavy side of the deck. So, all right, let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us. And wish my luck. Here we go. Can't keep this hand. I don't think we've kept an opening hand yet. So mulligan that one. And that is a big deal. This is definitely better. Keep this. We drop one of the socialites. Tenacious Pup. Mono green aggro. Being on the draw here is really brutal. And 19, they don't play anything yet. That's a big deal too. Let's go with, I think, the Menace creature. I want to make sure that I get damage dealt and kind of keep getting counters on stuff. I think that getting counters on our creatures is a really big deal right now. So finding ways to make sure that they keep losing life and making our guys a little bit bigger is very important. As long as they've lost life this turn, each other vampire enters the battlefield with a counter. Yeah, okay. They have the Blizzard Brawl. Of course they do. Everyone always does. They never don't have it. All right, go for the Brushstroke. We get to play both these guys out in the next turn, so I'm just maximizing mana here. It might be a better play to put some pressure on. Like, I could probably get in for more damage, but we're already heading into the long game right now with what we've got, and so we just got to do what we can. Do they have another fight spell that I don't know about? There isn't. I think there was a new fight spell. I couldn't remember if it was instant speed though. All right, Oddity. Not great. Yeah, it's a big dude with vigilance now. No blocks. Ouch. All right, Harvester. Create a blood token, Harvester. Now we have a blocker at least. Pass the turn. Or a way to block this dude. So they're Gruul. Interesting. This is just Gruul aggro or Gruul midrange. Gruul monsters. Faceless Haven starts coming in. We block like that. Get rid of the Trampley dude. That's the biggest issue for our deck right now for sure. My guess is that they have a Snakeskin Veil. They were expecting us to block here and then they were going to protect it. Now even after the Snakeskin Veil, we still get to block here and deal damage. We take a bunch of damage though, down to 7. Hopefully we start gaining some life, which there it comes. Back up to 10. More lands. I'm going to crack one of these first, I think. Discarding... I'd rather make sure I can play Anje if we top deck it here. It's so important if we find it. And so getting rid of the Hive of the Eye Tyrant is important. It trades off with the Faceless Haven, but I think that, but so does Sanguine Statuette right now. And so we have an answer already. All right, now do I need to hold on to mana? And if I'm holding on to mana, do I want to just kill stuff with this or block? And I think I'd rather kill stuff with that and hold off for a little bit. So pass the turn. We kill this first. I think it counters the ability to pay. I'm trying to remember how it works. Flipping Snake Sandvale. It's always there. They always have it. It's so dumb. I've not played against mono green deck yet that hasn't had it in their hand all of the time. I hate it so much. Didn't pay to put another counter onto it. I think that's a little bit interesting here. I think that them having extra lands out and hitting would be a huge boon for them, even if it was tapped down. No blocks. Down to 10. Come on, deck. We need our big person. We need Anje. There it is. Dude, all you have to do is ask. Oh, this is the one whenever a vampire enters battlefield, you create a blood token. Right. All right, sweet. Pass the turn. I don't want to block the Primal Adversary just yet. This feels like an Inscription of Abundance. Is Statuette actually worth it? Down to 4. This also has Trample. That's good to remember. Okay, pass my turn. Okay, that's a good thing to discard right now. So activate Anje. Actually, wait, cancel. Do we play Statuette first, or do I just try to make sure I gain as much life as I can? I think we just gain as much life as we can. All right, sacrifice here. We discard the Forebear. We get to gain 3 life and deal 3 points of damage. Oh, that's right. I don't actually activate the ability with that. Let's see here. I can bring this out just as another blocker. It gives us another blood token as well. It'll create a creature for a Blood Artist to deal a little bit more damage. We should be able to stay alive, hopefully. It wasn't as good as hitting with Anje again, but we're keeping ourselves alive right now. And now we're actually doing 3 points of damage every turn, potentially like 6 or 9 potentially the next turn. If we hit another land. We'll see. All right, they get to put a counter onto the Primal Adversary. Buff spell kills us here. Trading off. What does that do for us? I think we just take the damage. Go to 2. Don't have Inscription of Abundance. Okay. Whew. All right. Dodged it again. Down to 2. And pass to my turn. Another land. All right, we got to do 9 points of damage now. The only thing I'm questioning here is if I want to swing with the Statuette as well. So 9. I think we can do this at instant speed, right? Okay, pass the turn. I think we just hold off. We pass the turn. No attacks just yet. Really hope this works out for us. Ranger class number 2. More damage, not good. Attacks him with everything. Okay. Puts it all into the trample guide. That is the right move. Take action. Make a 3/3. Okay, go to blocks, block here, block here. We get to have 3 things die. Okay, blocks like that. Activate this 2 more times. I think we got there. Come on, let me go to my priority. Come on. So they have some sort of effect here, which is annoying. Snake Sand Veil, that's fine. It means that they have one less thing die. We could even block or sacrifice the Statuette if we want to right now anyway. It would give us one more oh, it doesn't count as a blood token, does it? Ah, whatever. We're going to go ahead and do it right away. It leaves us one more blood token for the next turn as well. And then Anje, we can actually sacrifice Blood Artist as well, so we get to win the game on the next turn. Ooh, all right. Sweet stuff. Sweet stuff. Anje. Go here. And opponent's dead. Not too shabby. Statuette also let us win because we'd be able to have that attack in as well. Whew, good stuff. All right, that is what we're trying to drop with this deck. That felt good. All right, up against Scopio, and decent hand here. Yeah, we'll keep this. We can make this work for sure. All right, lead off with a tap land, pass the turn. Okay, didn't need removal right away. That's nice, at least. Bloodcaster hitting the land. Perfect. We're playing one of the Citystalker Connoisseur. Enters the battlefield. Target opponent discards a card with the greatest mana value among cards in their hand. Create a blood token. It made blood tokens its new card. I wanted to make sure I played it. But I don't think it's necessarily great or anything. Okay, we want to hold on to this for the people to get big. We can outpace their life gain, I believe. But attack in. Make a blood token, or was it whenever one of our guys die, right? This is one of the things that we're fine having die as well. So whenever it deals combat damage to a player, we get to create a blood token, and whenever another non-token creature dies, we can make blood tokens. It's been, a couple weeks since I played these ones. I have to remind myself what's going on. All right, can't block. Gain some life. Ooh, we get to play the card. We'll maximize our mana here, though. We'll go ahead and go for the Stalker first. Get a 3/3 out there with Death Touch, which is pretty nice, actually, against this matchup, too. Biggest thing was a new captain. Hit in for 5, down to 14. Create a blood token, pass the turn. Life is good. Yeah, more life gain is annoying. That's what's really scary, though. Ooh, bless you. Goodness. What are you guys sneezing? Yeah, more life gain. Yikes. Luckily, we get to do a couple things. So first off, stroke. Infernal Grasp. Get rid of the big dude. Deal some damage to them. They're getting enough life now that it's getting annoying. I will gladly trade here. How much do I care about my life total is the big question. And I think the answer is not at all. So we just care about their life total going down right now. Down to 10. Create a blood token. Pass the turn. We have 4 damage right here. We have to make sure we keep a card in hand to make sure we can keep cracking stuff. But that's an extra 4 points of damage immediately. We're also getting pretty close to being able to have its 5 or more tokens at the beginning of the upkeep. So that's good. Then we can start getting in with the bats as well. Hollow Priest is getting big. All right, now we have to care about our life total a little bit. No blocks. More lands. I want to be able to keep my my blood token so I can activate this. I think we gotta go ahead and go for this. Sacrifice one of them. Discard a mountain. Trying to find something useful. That creates five tokens there for us. Good stuff. Oh, sorry. What's the other one that when it's into the battlefield? That's not it. Okay. Just kidding. Let's go and crack another one. Get rid of this. Just trying to find something else useful. Anje for the next turn is great. Having another blocker there is pretty nice as well. Get in for 5. Down to 6. I don't know why I keep thinking that I'll be able to get more blood tokens when things enter the battlefield instead of when they die. I don't know why. Maybe it's because most of our creatures enter the battlefield and give us tokens. Angel Vitality. Flyers are bad. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Life gain is a hard counter for this deck. They're playing it right now? Do they not know how this works? That is such a good card. And they're playing it at the worst possible moment. Ooh, they gotta tap us down? Dude, they had us dead right there if they played that right. All right, so we block here. Do we have to block everything else? That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have to block. Down to 3. Gain some life back. Get some blood tokens. Yeah, so this card is amazing. Every time, so basically, if you have 6 mana, you get to cast one, it conjures another one to your hand, cast 2, conjure another one, cast another one. So you just keep casting it over and over and over again, which would be so busted if they recognized what they were doing. Luckily, they did not. All right, blood tokens. Man, I don't have enough to live here. I don't think. I get to make a bat token that gives us another blocker. So I get to play another turn, I think. Just not actually sure if that's enough. far as attacking goes, yeah, not worth it. No attacks, pass the turn. Okay, they go all in. Okay, first off, kill this dude. Secondly, block here. Block here, block. Oh, that's right. This guy can't block. Right. Forgot about that again. And I think we're dead. Just barely because this dude can't block. And I don't have enough mana to create more blood tokens here. Oh no. All right. Yeah, we're dead. Oh, wow. Oh, man. If we could have blocked 4 more points of damage, which they still had us with lethal there, but close, close, close. All right, we're up against a Riddle, and all red mana. Not quite what we're looking for. Yeah, I got to mulligan that one away. Better. We can definitely keep this one. Keep this. We have, I would love to find more lands. Luckily, blood tokens are good at filtering through our stuff to make sure we can find more things. Go Epicure. A top deck of a land, an untapped land here would be amazing. Be able to play out Harvester this next turn and then Statuette and crack a token to then be able to hit in for tons of damage on the turn after. Good stuff. Ooh, perfect. We did it. All right, so attack in for 1. All right, I feel like they have some sort of removal, which is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping they would kill us first. But we'll go ahead and let them have this. Still need to get out the blood tokens, so it's fine. We at least get value out of this before it dies. Yeah, there's Frostbite. All good. Yeah, that's fine. Fearsome Whelp. Dragons. Dragons are scary. I need to hold on to Infernal Grasp now. We draw a card first. We have to discard first and then draw. Dragons are terrifying. We already played a Dragons deck, and we got to see exactly how terrifying that was. So we're going to have to discard, and I think we hold on to Infernal Grasp this time. We don't have the mana for the Brushstroke, which I know is the whole reason we built this deck, but whatever. All right, more lands. It's fine. Hit in for 4. And more red mana, too. That's the worst part. we might need even more dual lands. We're running the typical 8 that we have right now, but I can maybe make it even better. Trying to fix my camera real quick while opponent's taking some time. All right. All right, well, at least that's some black mana. Let's go ahead and... I think we keep getting in for damage right now. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Shatterskull Smashing. It would be nice at some point to have that removal, but we already have... There we go, more removal there anyway. And that should set us up to be pretty... Okay, all right. Last turn. Yeah, their stuff should be really cheap by this point. We definitely don't want them to get more mana and play out another dude after this point, so we kill before combat. We still kill Goldsmith Dragon. Pass the turn. We just need to hope that they aren't running into enough dragons here. Oh, dude, we have... This is bad stuff happening right now. Yeah, we kill the Regent. They can kill our Epicure here, which is fine. I think we hold on to this for something to be able to get rid of. You know, maybe we do go ahead and activate this now. Oh, we don't have the mana, right? Is discarding card part of the cost? Yes, it is. All right, so yeah, pass the turn. I don't feel like smashing is going to be very useful for removal. We can kill the whelp. The whelp is important to kill. But it's more important if we kill it right away before it gets to trigger its effect. After that point, it doesn't make as much sense. That's bad. Target's a red source. Down to 15. Okay, let's draw something that's not a land now. Sacrifice it, decline. That's not the worst. We can at least gain some life here. Hitting it for 3 doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I can get a little bit of damage. Yeah, we just passed the turn. Sorry, trying to think this all through, you know? Trying to make sure I do it right. Dude, dragons are insane. Yep. Fearsome Whelp makes things really scary. I mean, they also are just, they're a mid-range deck and we're an aggro deck. It's going to be a hard matchup. But we can typically do a lot better than typical. Yeah, Blood Artist dies. Exiles as well, so I won't even get the trigger here. It's fine. Okay, we need to draw better. Okay, we finally drew the cards that actually mattered. Yep. Good game. We're just, you know, 4 turns too late before. If we've been able to kind of keep sacrificing artifacts, keep doing some stuff, have a 4/5 that could get in through their 4/4s. All their stuff is 4/4s. Like, our deck was built around, if we find Anje, we could have had a chance against that deck, and I think a decent chance. But as it was, not so good. Having multiple of these brushstrokes is pretty sweet. Being on the play with nothing to play for a while is annoying, but at least being on the play lets 3 drops be a little bit better. I think we can hold off on Agadeem's Awakening. I'm not sure if I'll actually need it, but might as well while we can. That swamp, pass the turn. Great Axe. Okay. I guess it's the one thing I can do if they have one toughness creature is pretty likely. I'm guessing this is like a double strike type of deck if they're playing something like that. There it is. All right, sweet. Nice. Life is good. Life is great. There's on black. All right, I believe it's Florian we throw out here. Especially with them having double strike, we get a first striker out here and it makes it very difficult for them to win. Nice. All right, attack in. I definitely want to get the brushstrokes out soon. I don't think I played a land yet, have I? Okay, we'll go and grab this. Throw this out on red. Brushstroke. Fortunately, this forces it exiles the Blade Master instead. But let's go ahead and pass the turn. Wait till they spend mana to buff this or do something with the Blade Master before we kill it. I'm actually even going to take the damage here. A booyah. And opponent skips it up. There it is. Sweet stuff. All right, on the draw, this is a pretty great hand. We're going to keep this. These Harvesters are pretty solid if we're up against a more slow deck. Up against another aggro deck is not as good. but at least it'll let us draw into other stuff. We can discard things, get rid of these guys to try to find lands, and life should be good. It is a land. All right, go Harvester. Pass the turn. Life gain is like the ultimate shutdown for our deck. This is like the worst possible matchup we can be up against right now. Yeah, they get to gain extra life there too. They swing in. Gladly trade there. Yeah. I'm not sure if they thought they were gaining an extra life, like having the instance happen again, but that's not how that works. Get out of flyer to do a little bit more damage. This guy is being blocked here anyway, so I think we do prioritize getting out these guys. I want to get out Anje to start putting on pressure, just getting out that. So I could, you know, let's go and do that. Let's play this out tapped. Get another Harvester. We'll focus on Anje first, and then we'll start building up the flyers later. But I think having a 4/5 will be a good hindrance, as well as just being able to spend 2 mana at any time to deal 2 damage to them. Sounds pretty nice. They are gaining a lot of life, though. Every time they gain life, they gain 1 extra. Trelisara. Ooh. And lots of scries. Always have good stuff. Yeah, I don't know if we can keep up with this deck. This is like the hard counter to our deck, because we want to just be incrementally doing damage, and that if they're incrementally gaining life, especially more life than we are gaining right now, that's bad. That's really, really bad. So I think this might just be a scoop here. I don't know if we can... I can't keep pace with Trelisara for sure. So we're going to go ahead and early skip this one. I know it's pretty early, but we won't be able to keep up with that. All right, so this deck definitely didn't do amazing there. We actually had a higher win rate with on the draw, and I think it came down to the matchups. We're up against mono white, the life gain deck 2 times, and we lost 2 times against that deck. Like I said, that's just a hard counter for our deck. We came close up against the mono white version, but then they just found several things in a row that were really, really powerful. They top decked really well, and we did not. So what's what happened with that one. The dragons deck, I think, is something that we're aggro their mid range. They will typically win. Although I feel like of all of the mid range decks, if we're on the play, we have a pretty good shot against them. If we're on the draw, it'll be a lot harder, especially if they have a good start and they have a lot of their 4-drops to hit. The hard part with that deck for them, though, is that they tend to have not as many dragons necessarily in the deck as they will probably have removal or whatever, or things have to work out in their favor. And so I think we have a shot against that one. What I'm trying to say is that I think the deck is all right. I don't think it's top tier at all, but I think it's a deck that will win games for sure. Like, I think it's good. I think it needs to be fine tuned. There's a lot of good things and a lot of awkward things about it. And I'm not sure which ones are necessarily the good things, the bad ones. I think the first one, and this is the issue I knew when I was building it, it needs more 1-drops. 1-drops are very, very important to the vampire deck to make sure that we have a presence on the first turn. Finding ways to make sure we get in for those first 3 points of damage can really change a game. There was plenty of times we got people down to like 3 life and weren't able to actually close it out. And so making sure we get those 3 extra points of damage in the very early game is a really big deal. Being on the play when we have Bloodtithe Harvester and them not having something is a really big deal too. And that never happened this time around. We did get some good stuff, getting out some flyers. Some cards I'm not sure I really love. Forebear I really like because it can come back over and over again, but not being on the block is a big deal when we're needing the blockers against all of the mono white life gain decks and dragons decks and all that kind of stuff. And so having a flyer that doesn't block when we're up against dragons, kind of scary. And so that might just change based off the format. The format might lean towards something more dragons are a big deal, where whatever else is a big deal, and you might need those flyers to make sure that we can have an extra turn with Anje to go off. And once Anje is out in the battlefield with a Sanguine Brushstroke, we dominated. It was so good. Like, it's pretty easy at that point to just, okay, keep finding ways to get blood tokens, keep doing 3 points of damage every turn. If we have another one of these, that's 4 blood to artists. Anything dying gets us to drain them as well, and it becomes really fun. So overall, I enjoyed the deck. I hope you guys did as well. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.